This is Ranjan Goenka. In this video, I will explain to you how you should be preparing your salary TDS returns, which is submitted in Form 24Q. This is to be done every quarter. Basically, let us understand the steps that completes the process. Number one, you need to put in all your data into your TDS returns, which primarily includes the employer data, the all the deductions that has been deposited into the bank or to the income tax department, that needs to be put in into the return. Against each payment made to the department, it needs to be detailed whose deductions has been made, the deductions for the employees. So three things: number one, the employer information; number two, all the payment details; and number three, the details about the employees whose tax has been deducted against each challan which has been deposited. Once all these things are in place, the next point is you need to generate an electronic file from whatever software that is being used. This electronic file contains all the data that has been put in. This needs to be validated through a utility which has been provided by the income tax department. So this particular electronic text file is passed through that, and once it successfully goes through, a output file is generated with an extension .fvu, and this file needs to be filed with the income tax department either online or through their facilitation centers. So these are the 5 things that need to be done, and in case the file utility, the file validation utility, for some reason pops up an error, so you need to understand what the error is. Again, you have to go back to your return, make those changes and corrections, and again go through the process again to ultimately generate the .fu file, which will be acceptable to the department as the income tax, as the TDS return for salaries. Now, coming down to what actually goes inside your Form 24Q. In the employer information, the information about the employer, the name, the addresses, most important is the TAN number. Income tax department recognizes the employer by the TAN number. Make sure the TAN number is correct, and there is a corresponding PAN number which has also to be there. You have the responsible person, his email ID and mobile number, which is also very important because all communication takes place in that only. Next is the challan information. Challan information that you're going to put in is very important. Make sure the date, the challan number, the BSR code. The BSR code is the back identification, and the amount. These things have to be correctly placed so that it matches with the bank information which they also upload, so that there is no discrepancy here. Against each challan, the breakup needs to be provided for the TDS that has been deducted for each employee. So once for each challan the breakup has been provided, this ensures that your return is complete. When it comes to providing the employee data, make sure the employee's PAN is correctly quoted. Otherwise, that employee will not get the benefit of this particular TDS that you have deducted, and this could ultimately lead to a lot of confusion. Make sure the PANs are correct. So once this is done, as I've already told you, you need to generate the text file. The text file needs to be validated, and once it is validated, your return is ready for submission. Another thing that needs to be added over here is, especially in the case of salary TDS, in the 4th quarter, there is an additional annexure where for each employee, you need to give a complete tax computation. What was his total salary and what was the deductions to it and what allowances was there. So the entire thing has to be explained, and you have to determine what was his taxable income and what was the total tax. So the total TDS that has been deducted during the course of the year should actually match with this computed tax. In case you have not deducted the entire amount, this may lead to some kind of a default which may need to be rectified later on. So to ensure that you don't get into any kind of a default, make sure that the entire tax has been deducted. So this is what it is, and if you follow it properly, the compliance is quite simple for salary TDS. Thank you so much. I hope you like this video.